Welcome back to another episode breakdown of 19 Kids and Counting, in which the Bates are also made an appearance in this episode called Engaging Announcement. I made other parts on my page, so check them out. Last time. They're trying to get rid of some shit. Alright, let's move on. The girls are still on their camping trip and they are going swimming. I love how Erin is freaking out being on a fucking paddleboard. The dock is literally there. Jess is like, yeah, it's so much fun having those girls get away and having so much fun together. I mean, the lake is actually a fun idea. I'll give it to them. Although, Jessa did say they were in the middle of the wilderness at one point. Girl, did you see my last part? There were literally houses surrounded by where you're camping. The girls are jumping off the dock and having a good time, but of course now we have to bring up the whole modesty standards for swimming.
The reason why we wear modest swimwear is we always purpose to be modest, and a lot of swimwear nowadays is exposing parts that shouldn't be exposed. We want to try to stay covered, generally from the neck to the knees. Even if it's just us girls, we still try to maintain a standard of modesty and don't really try to throw it out just because the guys aren't around.
Like, girl, throw it away for the boys. Who gives a shit? Nobody's looking at you. Nobody gives a shit what you wear on the fucking beach or whatever. And not Janet being all like, yeah, some swimsuits have parts that shouldn't be exposed. Like, girl, let people wear whatever the fuck they want on the beach. And it's time for Kelly, Joe, and Michelle to catch up while eating sandwiches. It's like, yeah, the last time we saw each other was at the homeschool conference, and then you came by quickly after Josh and Anna moved. But it's so nice to just have time to fellowship. The way that they use fellowship, like, all the time, instead of, like, hanging out, it's kind of funny to me, because every time I hear the word fellowship, I immediately think of the Fellowship of the Rings.
One does not
Buy used and save the difference. Kelly Joe's talking about how Erin's going to be married in 2 months because you forget these are fundies and they get married in short periods of time. This is Kelly Joe's first kid getting married, by the way. And she's like, there's going to be such a different change and everything like that. She's like, this is such a wonderful opportunity to hang out with all the girls and our closest friends. When was the last time you two hung out with each other? Just asking for a friend. Well, let's see how the men are doing taking care of the kids. And oh boy, the men are tasked to make dinner. Gil asked Jed, what the fuck are they making for dinner? He's like, oh, corn chili pot pie or whatever the fuck it's called. So Gil opens a big ass can of chili, I'm guessing. And the Duggar's chili pie recipe calls for 4 bags of corn chips, 48 ounces of sour cream, and 12 pounds of fucking beans. My God. So no spices in this recipe. Got it. I was just putting the whole fucking beans in here. Is like, that's delicious, right? They're cooking up and Gil's like, where's Jim Bob? And you'll never fucking guess what Jim Bob is doing instead of helping cook. You know, the guy who said,
Meals, y'all gotta do some real cooking at the stove.
I got some things up my sleeve that you know about.
yeah, I bet you Jim Bob's working real hard making that something that's up his sleeve or whatever.
Bob, when you need him. Hey, Jim Bob, we're supposed to be cooking supper. Trying to get out of work on us.
So this motherfucker who's like, oh, this is gonna be easy, I could cook a meal, whatever, fucking taking a nap on the job like an idiot. Yeah, something up my sleeve, my ass. I mean, I guess it's not the tuna barbecue, so I guess a win's a win. And honestly, if Jim Bob did go in the kitchen, everything would be burnt, even the sour cream. The producers asked cute little Jordan over here, did Daddy try to make you take a nap? And Jordan's like, yeah, but we stood up and said no. Great parenting, Jim Bob. I love how Jim Bob's giving instructions as to how to prepare this dinner that he did not fucking cook. It's like, yeah, put the corn chips on the bottom and then put the chili, then put the cheese and sour cream. Like, duh, Jim Bob. Also, why the fuck is Austin Forsyth here? Why are you here, buddy? All right, stay tuned for the other parts. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.